If you're looking at an academic career in India, you've definitely heard of the UGC Net exam, but right alongside it you hear this other term, JRF, and that's where the confusion starts, right? Are they two different exams? Do you need to apply for them separately? Well, let's just clear this all up, once and for all.
So let's get right to the heart of it. This is the big question. When you're trying to become an assistant professor or a funded researcher, are we talking about one exam, or are you supposed to be signing up for two totally different things?
And the answer is, it's just one exam. That is the single most important thing to get straight right now. You sit for the UGC Net exam, which is run by the National Testing Agency, and your performance, how well you do, determines which of two qualifications you walk away with. Simple as that.
All right, so let's break this down. First up, we're going to look at the foundational qualification that you can get from this exam, the NET.
So, NET stands for the National Eligibility Test. The easiest way to think about it is that this is the baseline qualification. Its whole purpose is to certify that, yep, you've got the chops to be an assistant professor at any university or college anywhere in India.
Now, what does it take to actually get this certification? It's pretty competitive. You need to score in the top 6% of all the candidates taking the exam in your subject. So, for every 100 people who sit for that test, only the top 6 are going to get that NET qualification.
And if you make it into that top 6%, this is what you get. You can think of this certificate as your official license to teach. It's the key that opens the door for you to start applying for assistant professor jobs all across the country.
And here is maybe the best part about it. Once you've earned your NET qualification, it is yours for life. It never, ever expires. You could get it today and apply for a job next year or 10 years from now. It's a permanent asset for your entire career.
So that's NET. It's a huge achievement. But what if you're aiming even higher, for the very top? Well, let's talk about that next level, the Junior Research Fellowship, or as everyone calls it, the JRF.
Now, JRF is not just another line on your certificate. It's a really prestigious award. It's a fellowship that's given to the absolute highest performers in the NET exam, and its whole purpose is to financially support you while you pursue a PhD. This is really for people who are serious about diving deep into research. So how good do you have to be? This is where it gets incredibly tough. To get the JRF, you have to be in the top 1% of all candidates. Not the top 1% of the people who got NET, the top 1% of everybody who took the exam. It is truly for the best of the best.
And this really shows you how it all fits together. When you qualify for JRF, your certificate actually says you've qualified for both assistant professor and the Junior Research Fellowship. So don't think of JRF as something separate. Think of it as a huge bonus, a higher level award that's stacked right on top of NET.
Okay, so what's the actual prize for reaching that top 1%? Well, it's pretty significant. We're talking about a monthly stipend of around 37,000 rupees. And just to be clear, that's not a one-time thing. That is money in your bank account every single month for up to 5 years as long as you're enrolled in a PhD program. It's specifically designed so you can focus 100% on your research without worrying about money.
But, and this is a really, really important catch, unlike the NET, the JRF award comes with a ticking clock. From the day you get that award letter, you have a 3-year window to get yourself enrolled in a PhD program and activate the fellowship. If you don't do it in 3 years, that fellowship offer, it just disappears.
Okay, so we've looked at them one by one. Now let's put them side by side to make the comparison crystal clear.
This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? The main thing to see here is the huge difference in purpose and how long they're good for. NET is your lifelong key to a teaching job. JRF, on the other hand, is a time-sensitive golden ticket for a funded PhD. And just look at that jump in how exclusive they are, from the top 6% for NET all the way to the top 1% for JRF. That's really the difference between being qualified to teach and being paid to do research.
So now that we get the difference, what does this actually mean for you? For your career choices? How do you use this knowledge to your advantage?
Honestly, this is the simplest way to think about it. If you qualify for NET, you get a permanent, lifelong license to teach at the university level. It's a key that never rusts, never expires. But if you qualify for JRF, you get a golden ticket to a funded PhD, but that ticket has a 3-year expiration date printed right on it.
Okay, let's just lock in these key takeaways so there's no confusion. First, it is one exam, the UGC Net. Second, there are 2 possible outcomes, and it all depends on your rank. The top 6% get NET, that's your license to teach. The top 1%, that gets you the JRF, which funds your PhD and automatically includes the net qualification. And the most critical point to remember, that JRF award has a 3-year clock on it. You either use it or you lose it.
So, with everything laid out this clearly, the question really just turns back to you. Are you aiming for that lifelong license to teach? Or are you shooting for the moon, for that top 1%, to lock in a funded research position? The path is the same for everyone, but the destination you target, well, that's now entirely up to you.